Hello and welcome to IAS Origin. In this video, we will discuss a very important strategy about UPSC syllabus. Generally, people say that UPSC examination is of 1 year of preparation and 1 year of examination. It means you need 2 years to complete that. But once a student start preparing, they understand how vast syllabus is, how comprehensive preparation it requires to clear the examination. And in first 6 to 8 months, they will just understand what exactly I need to do to approach this examination, irrespective of clearing and other things. So here in this video, we will discuss how you can cover the whole UPSC syllabus in 1 year, which is very challenging for a new student, and those who are struggling midway in their preparation, they will also get the benefit from this particular video. Before moving into the video, I conduct 3 hours UPSC free masterclass. The registration is absolutely free. Link is given in the description. If you are interested in that, you can join by clicking and registration on the link given in description in the first comment. In that workshop, I explain each and everything in detail. That is absolutely free. So don't forget to register. First point under it, how to cover the whole syllabus in 1 year. Listen very carefully, because we'll be talking about how to cover the syllabus in 1 year, not how to cover the whole syllabus. I've explained in my another video if you want to see how to cover the syllabus. Start with NCERTs. Now, every UPSC faculty, you must have listened to any video you have seen on YouTube, any classes you are attending, or we are also telling in our live class batches that you should read NCERTs. Now you will say, sir, UPSC examination is very big examination. Why to read school level textbook? The reason is very simple. UPSC is having a vast syllabus and it requires you to have the knowledge of 360 degree. It means variety of subjects you need to study. Whether you are from commerce background, science background, or even humanities background, still you need to brush up all those subjects. Now, if you see NCERTs, people generally have the confusion, sir, whether to read new NCERTs or old NCERTs. Let me tell you, if I talk about history books, old NCERTs are similar to the textbooks available in the market. Textbooks. Like Bipin Chandra, you will see, same as it is, copy paste of modern history. Same with R.S. Sharma, same with Satish Chandra of medieval history. But new NCERTs are good for new subjects, dynamic subjects. But here, instead of going old versus new, I would recommend you to follow a different strategy for NCERT. So old or new doesn't matter much. First of all, why NCERT? So is generally, I say 11th and 12th class, NCERTs are sufficient. Sufficient, I'm saying. You can read from 6th to 10th as well. But 11th to 12th, majorly, you will get all the coverage. And 6th to 10th, that is for science and tech. So science and tech basics you will get from 6th to 10th. It means for science and technology, don't have to read 11th, 12th because that is too high for UPSC examination. That is not required. But for science, 6th and 10th, and for other classes, 11th, 12th are more than sufficient. Why I'm saying start with NCERT, like everyone says, because it builds foundation. Foundation. Imagine you are making Burj Khalifa and foundation is weak. What will happen? The building will collapse. So here in UPSC Civil Services examination, if you don't understand basics of certain subjects, you will always struggle in that. Like for example, some people struggle in economy because they never read NCERT books or 11th and 12th. They have not read Indian economy of school level and they directly jump onto reading Indian economy book and they get confused. Same with other subjects as well. I teach economics, that's why I'm telling you the example of that. But this is the same case with history as well. If you don't know what was the contribution of our freedom fighter into our independence, when you read advanced level textbook, you will struggle. Same with polity. Same with other subjects. So building foundation is very important for you 3 months to complete all the NCERT is more than sufficient. So this is the timeline in 1 year. Next is GS optional balancing. People struggle in taking optional subject. So in my other video, I have covered already how to choose optional. But for this video, it is very simple to have a balance between GS and optional subject. One optional subject generally takes 4 to 5 months of preparation. So here 4 to 5 months does not mean that for whole duration you have to study optional only. For GS, I would say 9 to 10 months. That is required, 9 to 10 months. And this is overlapping time period in 1 year. So suppose, for example, for first 3 months, we have completed our NCERT. Next, we focus on GS with optional. Now here, optional subject is the key. If your optional subject is linked with GS, this time you can reduce. But if your optional subject is non-GS related, like for example, any linguistic paper or any paper related to those subjects which are not the part of GS 1, 2, 3, 4 or even prelims examination. Like for example, if you take PSIR, sociology, economy, geography, history, these are the part of GS as well. But if you take other subjects like anthropology, does not have much weightage in GS, but it's a popular option. If you take science related subjects. So here what is important is to choose the optional carefully to save time. Suppose in our strategy, we take GS, non-GS both. So if it is non-GS, you have to put more hours into your preparation. But if it is related to GS, then it can helpful in your GS preparation as well. Okay. So here GS versus option, I hope you got the clarity. Now, suppose for example, an optional subject which is your undergraduation subject and another optional that you may be thinking, contemplating of taking it is new subject for you altogether. If it is a new subject altogether, you need to provide 1 month dedicated understanding of the subject. Like for example, you are from engineering background and you are taking geography. Or you are from engineering background, you are taking economy. Like I have so many students in my economics option who are not from economics background, majorly from engineering background. So here it is important to understand the terminology. It is important to speak the language of the subject. So you have to think from that subject. And for that, I would recommend you to dedicate 1 full month of that particular optional subject so that you dig deep in that and you try to speak the same language of that optional. Second is, if your optional subject is similar to your undergraduation subject or degree, here it is helpful especially in terminology. I know that colleges, how seriously we are studying in colleges, but still you are somewhere ahead of in comparison to the other subject if you take the same subject, if you are comfortable in. So here this is another time factor under optional. Now if I say GS and optional together, okay, so 3 months for NCERT. Now we have from 1st month to 9th month GS and from 1st month to 5th month. So here I write in between somewhere here. Okay. Now this is the journey that you have. So from the 1st month, commonly study GS and optional. You focus equally on those subjects or maybe more on optional because you have completed 3 months in NCERT. So you know little bit about GS. So here you can devote your time almost 50% of your total study hours. And then gradually you reduce the optional hours and you increase the GS hours. So suppose for example, we'll reach to the figure of 5th month where your optional is about to finish and your GS is somewhere around midway. And then it comes somewhere around winters because every year UPSC conduct this examination in the month of May. So for example, it is around December, January. You start focusing from 6th month to 9th month only for prelims examination. Because once you clear the prelims, then only you will get the chance to write optional or even write mains examination. So how well you are prepared for optional doesn't much matter unless and until you clear the prelims examination. So in last 4 to 5 months, your 100% focus should be on prelims only. It means you will stop writing answers. You will just focus on solving MCQs, revising and all. That I'll cover in the next portion. I hope the timeline is clear to you. If you have questions, you can write it in the comment section. Now, current affairs integration. Very important. UPSC syllabus is like everything under the sun. So everything under the sun is the part of UPSC syllabus. Why I am saying this? Because they have given a static syllabus which has certain dynamic lines, and that dynamism comes from newspaper and current events. So here you need to understand how to incorporate current affairs, especially for static portions. So again, in that, I'll tell you a very simple strategy. Current affairs integration comes into two parts. One is newspaper and another one is magazines. Okay, people say, sir, I'm not reading newspaper, I'll just cover those current affairs from magazines. I would recommend newspaper reading is like having a balanced diet daily, having good food for your body. Magazines are like capsules. When you have deficiency of certain vitamins, what you exactly do? You take those vitamins in the form of tablet and capsules. So newspaper is like diet, magazines are like medicine. I hope you understand. So these two are not replaceable. These two are complementary. Newspaper will give you the idea while reading editorial that will help you in writing, develop answer writing skills. But obviously you cannot read 4 or 5 newspaper in a day. You can follow one, and that to editorial page. Magazines will give you information, and that will plug the loophole of lack of information in your preparation. So both these things are having a different objective and different agenda. So I hope you understand how to integrate this. Daily 60 minutes plus 30 minutes maximum you should devote to newspaper. And when you read a daily newspaper, it is very easy to remember what is written in the magazines, because the content and the facts are very similar, very familiar. You will feel when you are reading the newspaper. Otherwise, when directly you will read the magazine, everything will be new and totally factual. So it's like remembering our movie's trailer is difficult. But once you watch the movie, remembering the trailer is very easy. I hope you understand this thing. So here it is very important that this will work in your answer writing and the structure of your thought, and this will work as information gap. Fourth point is 3-phase strategy. So you read, then you make notes, and then you do revision. This is a 3-phase strategy I recommend to my classroom students. Very important strategy. It means I'm reading something, I should write it in my notes, because yesterday I read something, today I don't remember that. How can you expect that what you read today, you remember 1 year after in the examination hall? It's challenging. So read in the summary format, make notes. So whatever you read in the 1/10th format, you should cover that in notes. And these notes, you do constant revision. Some topics require daily revision, some topics require weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, 6 monthly, even yearly. So this is again very important 3-phase strategy. I'll explain this strategy in my separate video, how to do revision. And next we have weekly routine. I always say to my students that have a routine of 5 days, Monday to Friday, Saturday for revision, and Sunday for test, syllabus and PYQs. It means you give test, see the syllabus, see PYQs if your preparation is going in the right direction. What people make is they make biggest mistake of planning 1 year at once without understanding their own capacity. So here I recommend you to make monthly plan, maximum quarterly plan, it means for 3 months, but you should have your weekly plan on top. If you cannot do one thing in a week, you will never be able to do that. Like for example, we always say, I need to go to gym, I need to have good food habits, I need to sleep more, I need to read this. But if you cannot do the same thing in a week, you will never be able to do in life. That's my guarantee that I'm saying. So weekly you will get some time. Like test I will give after completing the syllabus. But every Sunday when you will be writing test, every Sunday, every week you are growing. Every Saturday you are doing revision what you have studied Monday to Friday. So I hope you understand this video. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe for more such videos. And don't forget to register for the 3 hours free masterclass. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.